So, how much did your prom dress cost?
It was about $350, I think, typical price for a prom dress.
Who made it?
I designed the dress, but I worked with an artist out of Lowell, Western Avenue Studios, whose name is Jackie, and she was the one who hand sewed it and made it what it was.
So, do you think that cost is worth one night's worth of use?
I would say it's very high for being just one night, but at the same time, I imagine myself using it in the future as well, in college or after, if it still fits. But yeah.
So what else have you bought other than the dress?
For prom, in particular?
Yeah.
Right now I've brought a pair of heels.
How much did that cost?
Not that much, they were on sale. It was like $30-40 maybe. Then I might end up buying some jewelry, but I think I might wear the same stuff my mom wore for her prom because it matches and I think it's pretty, so.
Is that all?
Besides the tickets and the transportation, you mean? Or
yeah,
like accessory-wise?
So you bought transportation, how much was that?
Oh, well, per person it's gonna be about $72.50 just for the ride there and back. And then the ticket itself was expensive at $125. But yes.
So overall, about how much do you think you spent on prom?
Maybe about $600, thereabouts.
And is that with some of the costs and some of the expenses that you need to purchase being split amongst other people?
Yes, it is. The limo we're taking to prom is going to be split between 14 different people, and it still comes out to be about $72.50. I think a big part for that is how far away we have to go, given that it's all the way in Boston, and that's an entire hour. And other than that, though, I paid for pretty much everything else just by myself.
You did? Without parents' help, or?
No, my parents did pay for most of it.
Okay.
So.
Like what percent do you think?
Probably pretty much 100%. Gotta be honest.
Do you think that the cost of prom is justified?
That's hard to say. It also depends on the day, I would say, in particular, what goes down, how much fun it ends up being, and how much effort the venue we go to puts into making it something worth it. I would say it's worth it for the memories for a big part. And like I said before, I can reuse the dress and I can reuse the shoes. It's still very expensive, though. I wish it was a lot cheaper, I would say.
What about the prom ticket in particular? Do you think the price of the prom ticket is justified?
I would say not exactly. At the same time, though, it's not totally our school's fault. The venue we ended up having had a bunch of upgrades, and it came out to be a lot more money than they were expecting. I do wish, however, that they had communicated to us earlier that it was going to be so much money. So we could have planned class trips, or we could have planned activities where we could all pay, and I mean, that way the price would have gone down a little bit. But I mean, all things considered, it's kind of hard to book something else last minute, so.
So when the price of prom tickets were announced, there was a very large debate on social media.
Definitely.
What did you think of all of that?
I kind of enjoyed watching. I found it to be a lot of drama that didn't necessarily need to happen. I feel like a lot of people don't understand the fact that it's not just our class advisor's fault. It's not our class electors. I feel like it's kind of all our faults in general for not doing more when it comes to class activities and to fundraisers and stuff that we could have done. I also feel like there was a big difference between opinions as well. There was a lot of people who were saying that, like, just suck it up, earn the money yourself, get a job, like, sell some stuff, like, do whatever you can, but it's not that easy for a lot of people, and I feel like a lot of those people who were saying that stuff didn't understand that. And I also feel like it's not completely justified either. It should have been told earlier. We should have done more to prevent this price. We should have done what we could have in advance.